Good morning. How are you, grade one? How are you today? We will we will revise chapter 11 with us, with each other. Okay, so let's start. Who remember with me what we have learned in chapter 11? We learned what in the sky. So what in the sky? We said we can see in the sky moon, sun, stars, and planet. So let's have a trip to these lovely things, to go to the space and to know more about the space and what are in the space. So first thing, we learned with each other the sun. The sun, the sun is a star. We learned that the sun is a star. And what is the meaning of a star? Star is a big ball of hot gas. A star is a big ball of hot gas. And sun is one of the stars in the space. And what do you think? Is the sun is important? Yes, sun, it is very, very important. Why it is important? Because we learned that the sun lights the earth. Living things need light from the sun to live and grow. And we learned together that the sun light gives up heat and warms the earth. So three things that are we learn together that make our sun, it is very important to us. It lights the earth. It living thing needs light from the sun to grow and to live, and the sunlight gives up heat and warms the earth. So if there is no sun, what would happen? It would be dark and all the time, and the weather would be very, very cold, and we can't live if there is no sun. Okay, who remember with me the sun direction? Where is the sun during the day? We learned that the sun at morning, it is low, it at early morning, but at afternoon, the sun seems like it is moving and it is high at the sky above you, and in the late in the day, the sun will be low again. And in which direction does the sun seems to move? From east to west. Okay, so the sun seems to move from east to west during the day. So during the day at morning, the sun is low. At afternoon, the sun is high at the sky. And late in the day, when the sun sets, it will be low again. And the sun direction from east to west. Okay, who tell me why it seems like the sun moves? Because of what? We said that the sun rises and sets, but really it doesn't. Does the sun move? No, the sun doesn't move. The sun set and the sunrise because our earth, it moves around the sun. So we said and learned together in chapter 11 that we say that the sun rises and sets, but really it doesn't. The sun looks like it is moving because earth is moving. What is moving? The earth is moving around the sun. The sun is still in the middle and the earth moving around the sun, and that's what makes the sun rise and the sun sets. And we learned as well the earth. Do you remember when we have go to the trip to the earth out of the space? So we said that the earth is always moving. Earth is turning around and around, and this is called what? Who remember? This is called rotation. So earth turns around and around, and this is called rotation, and it is moving always around the sun. And how many rotation does the earth make? The earth makes one rotation every day. So how many? Just one rotation every day that the earth makes. And this rotation goes what? Goes day and night. Earth rotation causes sunrise and sunset. So there is morning and there is night. And because of the earth rotation, sunrise at morning and sunsets and late in the day. And how long does it take for earth to make one rotation? We said that it is just one rotation. So how long does it take for earth to make one rotation? We learned that it takes just one day, 24 hours. Okay, this is our earth. So it is morning. When it is morning, who remembered? It is morning when our part of earth faces the sun. And it is night when our part of the earth not facing the sun. It is far away from the sun. So it is morning, it is day when our part of earth faces the sun. And it is night when our part of earth it is far away from the sun. And because of earth rotation, there is day and night. Because of earth rotation, sunrise first and then the sunset. And we learned as well what we can see in the space or in the sky. Stars, yes. And we said that sun, it is one of the stars in the space. It is our big star in the space. What we learned about stars, we learned that we may see stars in the night sky. First of all, stars give off light. It gives off light. It shines in the sky and in the space. Stars seem to move across the night sky. Stars look tiny because they are far away. Why? When you see the stars in the sky, you see it small and tiny because it is far away from us. It is far away from us. The sun, it is the closest star to our earth. And because of that, we can see that the sun, it is little bit large than the other stars. So the sun is the closest star to the earth. Why does the sun look large while other stars look small or tiny? Because the sun is much closer to earth than other stars are. Okay, so this is the earth and this is the sun. The sun, it is the closest star to our earth. Because of that, the sun seems like it is large star. But the other stars are far away from the earth. Because of that, we see it at the sky very, very small, tiny, tiny, tiny stars. And what else we had learned? We learned about planet. Who remembered what we said about planet? We said that Earth is one of the planets at the space. Planets do not give light. So the second thing we learned about planets, planets do not give off light. Planets move around the sun. Like what you can see here in this picture. The sun still in the middle and the planets move around the sun. Earth is one of the planets. And we said that Earth is moving around the sun, making rotation. So, and we said that planet do not give off light. It takes light, reflects the light from the sun. So, what else? What planet else are in the space beside Earth? We said that Saturn, Mars, and Venus are planets. We can sometimes see some planets at our sky. Sometimes you can see these planets in the night sky. Okay, very good. How do planets move? They move around the sun. And do planets give off light? No, they don't give off light. They reflect the light from the sun. Earth is a planet that do not give off their own light. They reflect light from the sun. And we learned as well what is the machine that we use to see the things on the sky. Telescope. Telescope, it is our machine. It is our tool that we use to see these far away things in the sky. We use telescope to see things in the sky. What did the telescope make? What does the telescope make? A telescope makes things that are far away looks closer to us. A telescope makes things look bigger and larger and bigger. Okay, so telescope make things that are far away looks closer and bigger. Okay, very good, all of you. What else we learned in this chapter? We learned the moon. We can see moon in the night sky. So what moon looks like? What does moon look like? The moon is round. And the moon, it is a satellite. The moon is what? Satellite. It is not a star. It is not a planet. It is a satellite. So first of all, we learned that the moon is round. The moon is a satellite. And the moon moves around what? The moon moves around the earth. And the moon looks small because it is far away. The moon, it is not like Earth. There is no life on moon because why? Because the moon has no air, has no animals, has no plants. So living things require what to live? Require air, require food. So there is no air, there is no food on the moon. So there is no life on the moon. So the moon has no air, no animals, no plants. Because of that, there is no life on the moon. And we learned together, this is what the moon looks like at different times. During the month, you can see the moon as you can see it here in this picture. Full moon, okay, and then half moon, and then new moon, and then half moon again. And this is what we can see moon during the month. So the sunlight shines on the moon. What is making the moon? The light on the moon comes from where? The light on the moon comes from the sun. So the moon reflects the sunlight. So the sunlight shines on the moon. We see only the part that lit by the sun. We see only the part of the moon that lit but by the sun. The part of the moon lit by the sun looks a little different each night. Each night during the month, the part of the moon that we see, it is look different than the other day. So the moon looks the same again about every 29 days. So every 29 days, you will see the moon again in its states. So the moon looks the same again every 29 days. During the month, the part of the moon that we see, it is little bit different than the other day because the part of the moon that lit by the sun, it will be look different. So it will be on the first day of the moon of the month a new moon, and then on the quarter it will be half moon, and then on the half of the month it will be moon, and then at the end of the end quarter of the month it will be half again, and then at the new day, at the 29th day of the month, it will be a new moon again. So because of that, we have a calendar, and we said that the calendar here, as you can see, this is the first day of October. First day of October, it comes where in the calendar? It comes on Thursday, and the moon will be new moon. After 10 days, it will be half moon, and it reflects on the calendar on Saturday, and then on the half of the month of October, on 16th of October, it will be a moon. So you will see it on 16th, on day Friday, you will see a full moon like this. It will reflect the sun, the light of the sun. You will see a full moon in 16th of October, which is on day Friday. And on 23rd of October, at the calendar, it will be again a half moon, and it is also on day Friday. At the end of October, 31st of October, it will be a new moon again. So it takes here from 29 to 30 days to see the full moon again. And because of the different looks, the different shape of the moon, we have a calendar during a month. So the calendar of a month show how the moon looks at different time of the month. And we said how many days it takes to have the moon again in its state. It will take 29 days to see the moon again as full moon. To see the moon again as new moon, sorry. So the full moon, it is in the middle of the month. The new moon, it is on the first day of the month and in the last day of the month. And this is the calendar that we can see it at your home. It reflects the days, the months of the year and the days of the month. This is what we learned together at chapter 11. Hoping you enjoyed the revision. Please watch the video and let's have a Zoom meeting tomorrow and see you tomorrow, inshallah, all of you. And if you have any question, please prepare it to discuss it tomorrow and to have a worksheet to make it with us tomorrow. Thank you, my lovely boys and girls. Bye bye.